This podcast is brought to you by Rebecca Cassells of the Rising Dawn series. Do you like violence? Do you like smut? Are you tired of the stereotypical novels of werewolf romance out there and want something a little bit different? Then pick up Sparked Revolution, Book 1 in the Rising Dawn series by Rebecca Cassells. Available on Amazon, in Kindle, and paperback. You too can become a sponsor of Stories, The True and the Fictional by heading on over to buymeacoffee.com/STTATF or follow the link in the show notes.
Hello and welcome to Stories, The True and the Fiction, the podcast that revolves around one central theme, stories and the people that tell them. We'll talk about movies, TV shows, video games, historical events and weird news headlines. There's really no topic we won't touch. But it doesn't stop there. If you've got a story, something funny or random that may have happened to you or a friend, send it to thetrueandthefictional@gmail.com. Until then, it's story time.
Hello, I'm your local government. We've been through a lot this year, haven't we? Some good, some bad, some, quite frankly, very bad times. But I'm not here to talk about all the good we do, and then the good we do is substantial. I'm here to address an absolutely deplorable, despicable rumor. There are those out there that say politicians of this great nation are spending their time walking around the streets, following people and their dogs, and waiting for their dogs to squeeze out a ripe, delicious dog feces. And they have the nerve to suggest that we consume the richness of the canine feces. Taking it home even, frying it up, putting a little olive oil on top, just enough to sear it, because you want a good sear. Or even sometimes just inhaling the fresh scent, allowing the heavy aroma to fill our nostrils, taking small bites to enjoy the rich flavor. This, of course, in fact, is a bold-faced lie. If you do see politicians picking up some delicate, good droppings, it is because we are being good citizens and trying to clean up. People leave dog poop all over the city, and we are just trying to do what is the right thing. However, if we are not to pick it up, someone needs to. And of course, that dog poop must be ensured it's disposed in the most safe and correct manner. So please, citizens of this great nation, if you see poop lying on the side of the road, be a good citizen. Pick it up, put it in a bag, and mail it to your local government. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning. To the stories, the true and the fictional. I am, of course, the political writer for most governments, Chris Park. I'm, of course, joined by legendary author and man who, from after that recent court hearing, is now no longer allowed within 500 yards of any vegan. J.A. Bryden, how are you going, sir?
Living the dream, man, living the dream. And through that entire speech, all I could think of was, hello, sir, how do you like your dog poop? Just blue. Cook it blue. Just sear the sides.
With a little seasoning, a little salt, you get salt, garlic, and then obviously you got your garlic sauce on top. So maybe we put it in the slow cooker. It's really 8 hours and let it simmer.
Oh, you want it on a spit roast?
Spit roast, another one. No, smoke. Get some hickory wood and you throw it into your smoker.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till the temperature is 240 degrees internal. Take it out, wrap it up, put it back on. Indirect heat. That's till you get the nice Texas brisket, or in this case, dog poop. Texas dog poop.
Deep fried.
No, Jamie.
Well,
Jamie.
don't waste a deep fryer on poop.
No. These people, modern society, Jamie, with their deep fryers, their air fryers, their quick cookers. This is the fall of Western civilization because they don't have the patience or the planning to get up in the morning to put their roast in their slow cooker and baste it with beef broth, cut up some slices of the meat to put the fresh garlic in. Press the button, set it to low for 8 hours, then check on it. Add the potatoes and carrots in. Set it again for a little high for maybe another hour, then set it back to low for the remaining 2. It's people's lack of dedication to their food that is a greater metaphor for the fall of civilization, because all they want is instant gratification. I can throw it in my deep fryer. I can throw it in my air fryer. Look how quick it cooks. Well. I don't care for your very crispy on the outside, probably cold on the inside cooking. If I pick up the meat and it doesn't fall off the bone, then you've not done it accurately, much like pride in your work. I'm Mike Baxter. Outdoor man.
And this metaphor only works with food, because if you say the same thing about streaming, no. I want my content now. I don't care. I have been enjoying Jack Reacher of lately, and that's dropped the first 3 episodes or 2 episodes, and then weekly. And then today I was like, oh, that's right, there's another episode out. I'm not like, give me more. And it has been, but it's also very intense, so I can,
I do admit, the Jack Reacher's a show you do need to have a break between episodes because of, well, there's another show like that on Netflix, Designated Survivor.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I have to take a week between episodes because of how stressful they are.
Yeah.
Like moment to moment, it is such a stressful show. I watch one episode, I'm like going, all right, coming back to that one in a week because it's just stressful.
Yeah. No, look, season 2 of Jack Reacher, phenomenal. Well, it's not called Jack Reacher, it's called Reacher. It's you'll love this season.
I'm waiting. I think it's enough episodes built up now. I think how many?
There's 6.
All right, no, I think that's now. Is the lady cop for the first season back, or is it all new?
It's all new. Well, no, because
he's moved towns. Yeah, he's different. That's fine.
And that's what I love. I think there's rumors that she may come back or something. But I love that because he's the nomad. He's
nomad.
Yeah, he's wonderful. But no, this is more ties to his military past.
Oh. And he's dishonorable discharge.
Like this isn't a spoiler because it's like in the first 5 minutes of the first episode. But a dude gets thrown from a plane, and he's laughing at these guys that are interrogating him and going, "If you don't tell us, we're going to throw you out the plane," kind of thing. And the guy's just laughing. He's like, "I can't wait till the big guy finds you," or something like that.
Oh.
And then the guy's like, "Who's the big guy?" And then it's Jack Reacher, And they go out of their way this season to show how big he is. Like, I'm convinced that they intentionally hire shorter cast members. Because there's this scene where he's in an op shop buying new clothes, and he's literally twice the size of the girl behind the counter. And he's just like this massive behemoth.
See, that's the thing. At least he's been somewhat honest about how he got so big. So you see The Rock and all that claim. They go, "Oh, I don't do steroids." Yes, you don't do steroids because steroids are for cheap people. You're Hollywood stars. You do testosterone therapy.
Yeah.
It's and it isn't a magic pill. It still just means you still have to do a lot of working out to get that. Yeah. But it's bringing your body back to sort of like a sort of the adolescence of sort of. I'm not sure how it fully works, but basically, from my understanding, they give you testosterone to bring it so it's like you're in your peak So then when you do your workout, then you can gain the muscle. So yes, The Rock, Chris Hemsworth, and all those people that did a Marvel movie can stand there and say, I didn't do steroids. They're going, yes. Did you do testosterone therapy? Let me talk to my agents, and they run away and hide. but at least, Alan Richards was going like, yeah, no, I didn't do steroids. I did testosterone therapy. It's not the same thing. It's very different. And yeah, so at least he was like,
I mean, look, technically they're being true. Like they're saying,
no, I did not take... But we were like, yeah, sorry. We need to ask The Rock, are you doing testosterone therapy, not steroids, or HGH? Sorry, yeah, that's
you got to think like a lawyer. Word your sentences in a very particular way.
Yes. It's not steroids. It's not what they use for baseball to hit long. It's just, yes, taking it would still mean you have to do a lot of work to get the muscle on. But also, after a certain age, your body does stop producing testosterone as much. Mm-hmm. And so as a 41-year-old man, to keep and maintain, yes, probably will need to take some supplements. And again, I have zero issues with that because, again, he's not a professional athlete. It's not like he's like, trying to compete against the thing. And if the rumors are true, he might be Batman. And I do want him to be Batman.
I can see it. I can see it. Like have we ever had a Batman that big and bulky?
No, we have not seen a true that's gonna be a very different Batman.
Christian Bale definitely bulked up.
Yeah, but he wasn't like this kind of
6'3".
Because imagine that it's going, it's like you say, how could this one man fight all these criminals? You see the Jack like Alan Richard walking there. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, and I can see that dude kicking a lot of people's asses. I can see that dude I imagine you're 5'10" sort of knife wielding thug.
Yeah.
And then it's not even imagine that out of the dark. It's not even the fact that he's dressed as a bat. It's just a 6'4" wall of muscle coming at you. It's like going. It doesn't matter if you could be dressed in your pajamas and it's still going to be intimidating as shit.
Yeah. It's like, we'll get him in his home when he's unexpected and he's just
But then I will admit, if he was Batman, it would be very hard to hide. The Bruce Wayne's like, oh, what are you doing this weekend, Bruce Wayne? No, you're hitting the gym, I guess. What's the cover on that one? Because when you have those skinnier Batmans, Bruce Wayne is a cover for them because I'm a philanthropist, I'm a billionaire. But this guy, I've done nothing. Why is your hands all bruised and bloodied like you've been punching some? I've just been training a lot, just doing some, delivering some justice that Gotham sorely needs, justice that has denied my family and my parents. It's like, oh, sorry. What were you saying about the taxes? Yes. I'll sign the checks.
All he has to do is put some glasses on, one of my favorite memes is the how did you know I was Batman? And it's like
the tan line.
It's got the tan line.
That is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's honestly one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite things as well. It's like the tan, But having said that, and as Henry Cavill proved by standing next to a sign of Superman with him wearing the Superman shirt, wearing glasses, and everyone just walked past him.
Yeah.
You're not expecting. Someone pointed out you're not expecting to see Superman in your office.
Yeah.
You're not expecting to see and he's from he's from Kansas, which means that's why they call him Farm Boy. Which means yes, he's probably a farm work. So him being a bit muscular and being a bit bigger, and he played high school football.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes that's fine. That all makes sense. And as much as I didn't like, I liked it. As much as I didn't like the Return of Superman movie with what was that actor's name?
Brandon Routh.
Brandon Routh, yeah. One thing I did like when Lois Lane was talking to that guy, and he's going, Clark Kent. How tall Superman? 6'4"? Oh, Clark Kent 6'4". It's like he hears it and turns around, smiles, and is does this dorky wave, and they just both start laughing, going, "Yeah, that couldn't be possibly him."
Yeah.
And it's because it's a persona that he's just this big oh shucks, I'm like this, oh shucks kind of guy, and I'm going, yep, see, it's the oh shucks personality that it's a persona.
Because if he didn't change personas and just walk around, hello, then people are gonna know,
Yeah. But it's he puts on a persona, he stumbles around a little bit more, and again, I like the fact that, the alien, when they want to be human, go, look at me, I'm human, I'm weak, I fall over all the time. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
human.
yeah. Pretty much.
Somewhat racist, not kidding.
Yeah. Yes.
But yes, somewhat racist. So yeah, so Reacher, you say you're very much enjoying the season 2. Is that's your
Yes, I am. I honestly say it's better than the first so far.
That's a tall order because that was a fine season.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm episode 6. I've watched 6 episodes, so we'll see where it goes. But it's got our favorite guy who always turns up in a military uniform. Terminator 2.
Oh,
That dude.
yeah.
Who's in Stargate Atlantis.
He was also in the unit.
Military. He was in the unit. He was in and I'm pretty sure he was in an episode of Psych with the military uniform. He was in.
Yeah. If you need a guy to play a military leader,
yeah, I mean he is a very good villain.
And if you need a villain, he's
got that intimidating,
And you know what it is? It's because all these directors, all these casting people, they were young when they watched Terminator 2. So when their mind says villain, they just immediately go like, him.
Look, one day I'm going to do it, but I'd like to go right through all his IMDb or all the movies he's done and see if I can find that web of connection, because it's obviously it could be like one director's worked with him, so we just use him again, or or someone knows him and goes, we'll just get him to.
But just remember back in the day, like there used to be like 10 actors and they used to be in absolutely fucking everything, and like
that's it, yeah.
And like and then like some of them would be signed exclusively to studios. And so they would, like, the leading man and the leading lady would be in the same film together multiple times.
Yeah, I mean that's what you call the Adam Sandler effect. He just works with everyone. He's always
Yep.
He rarely takes new people on unless it's a new hottie that he wants to kiss, because let's face it, that's why Adam Sandler makes his movies. He's like, who haven't I made out with yet?
That is true.
Let's get Winona Ryder. Let's get Drew Barrymore multiple times.
And let's not forget the string of 3 films in our lives, which is Joe vs. the Volcano, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail. That Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, back to back, almost back to back films.
They obviously enjoyed working with each other,
and you know what, the chemistry was good. I mean, that's why. That's probably why each casting director went, "Hey, let's get them together again." Because do you remember Meg Ryan?
I do remember Meg Ryan. I can't name many of her movies though.
I remember she was in a lot, and then she was in nothing.
Okay, so she was Sleepless in Seattle. Was she? No.
You've Got Mail.
Was she in Sleepless in Seattle?
Yes, she was the main person in Sleepless in Seattle.
There you go. Okay, well, she was in that, and then I remember she was in one with Nick Cage. City of Angels.
City of Angels. Love that film. You Got Mail. Peyton Leopold. And obviously she was in she was in the premiere romantic comedy when Halle Met Sari, the god almost. Would you call that like almost like the Godfather of romantic comedies?
This may be sacrilege, but I have never seen it.
You are a.
But I have seen the scene.
You've seen enough scenes.
Yeah,
get the general gist.
It was
right?
it was on TV all the time, and you'd walk in, and I was a teenager. I'm going like romantic comedies, and then
1980. Oh, okay. 1989. So this, I'm gonna say this was the Godfather romantic comedy. This is
let's say modern romantic comedies, because there's probably one you wouldn't even know about.
Now, just think. This is 1989 money. It cost $16 million. Probably mostly to the actor salaries. I'll be honest on that one. It made $92 million. That is insane for 1989. That is significant. Holy cow! That's a decent film.
And it's just like they spend way too much money making movies these days.
They do.
You think about it, how many movies they've probably turned down because of that. We don't have a budget for that. We don't have a budget for that.
That is. Yeah, that is.
But every now and again there's a movie that comes along, and it has hardly has a budget at all, and it does super well. Like, Godzilla -1. Still haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's done phenomenally well.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how it said, like you said, it had $15 million budget.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually not true, because the director came out and said, "I wish we had $15 million." So it was even. I don't know what the number was. He didn't say the number, but he just said it was even less.
Oh wow! Okay, that's because people going like, "Wow, $15 million! This is amazing."
I mean, but you think about it. Like, when was the last time Japan made a Godzilla movie? Probably ages.
They make lots of anime. Like, there's lots of anime Godzilla.
But
movies.
like, if they went out and said, "Hey, we're going to make a Godzilla movie. We need some extras. Not going to pay you, but we need some extras." How many people do you think would have put their hands up and gone like,
"Look, Actually, a lot of people might have just put it up for nationalistic pride, saying we're sick of all these Western cakes. Come down there for free and work for a Godzilla film." They probably there probably would a lot of people that would have just done it out of sheer nationalism. They probably would have Oh, so they've corrected. They've corrected. The internet says it's budget around 15 million or potentially under 15 million. So they've gone back and said
checked.
They've gone. It could be around that amount. But that's just we all know that American Hollywood, there's some sort of money laundering scam about how much these movies cost and how much it actually cost to make those films. Yeah. That's just a reality.
Now, briefly back on romantic comedies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they basically say, look, 1924 it started, so it was something that was going to sell from the beginning.
Well, I mean,
there was a 1924 film called Sherlock Jr.
Yeah, but look. Will they? Won't they? Something happened, and then has been going along for so many years now. It is a tried and tested story. Now, speaking of will they? Won't they? This podcast, of course, is brought to you by Rebecca Cassells of the Rising Dawn series, available on Amazon. If you enjoy romantic comedy, tension, but you also want them to see them get their clothes off fairly quickly, then Rising Dawn series is right down your alley.
Yeah, but actually, I'm just thinking of this now. Like, look, when film first came, right? When they first started making films, it was a romantic comedy and the horror genre that was the pinnacle.
That was it.
And Rebecca Cassells has put both of these elements into a book.
Into a singular book. You are absolutely correct, Jamie. She has combined the two elements of basically what you'd almost consider the human nature in some regards. And I don't care what she says, who she thinks is playing her lead character, or again, she can say all she wants. Oh, I think it's Emma. What did you say, Emma?
No,
wait, who's saying
Anna Kendrick?
Oh, okay, the way she describes it is that's Kat Graham. I don't know what she's describing, but that's.
Are you also like doing the Tolkien thing where people read things into his work? Are you reading some Kat Graham into?
She mentions tan skin. She mentions brown eyes, long brown hair. I mean, to me, she's just clearly describing Kat Graham.
Well, maybe she's imagining Anna Kendrick living out in the Sahara Desert for 10 years.
Sorry. That is not Anna Kendrick, and there's no way that would ever be cast as Anna Kendrick. Anna Kendrick, it's Kat Graham or nothing. I'm just calling it out. I'm just saying this now, so we can be very clear on where we stand on this. Who made her lead? It is in her first feature. Actually, by the time that Kat Graham might be a bit old by the time. She'd be fine.
CGI.
That's right.
I think we found the title of our episode.
What?
It's Kat Graham or nothing.
It's Kat Graham or nothing. Yes, excellent. Yeah, I think it's a fair assessment on movies.
Yeah.
If we were in any film, that's what we'd be saying. We'd just be like we have a film. Who's your lead actors? Well, it's Kat Graham or it's nothing. And just
Do you think it would get to a point where she just walk on set, get handed a script, and just just go with it?
I would love, if I was, if I had money, I would love just to do that to a bunch of actors and release that film.
Yeah.
Have them have a general idea of the story, give them the script, shoot it within a full day, and then just release whatever the hell I had out there, just to see like how bad it or how good it could be.
Well, it'd be better than Disney, I can tell you that.
Oh,
That's low
That's
hanging
not
fruit.
hard.
Low hanging fruit.
I was gonna say low hanging fruit, but also not difficult. Like what's Captain Marvel the Marvels?
Marvels. Well, Aquaman is currently beating it, which isn't hard because Aquaman 2 was pretty good. Did leave me with questions. Remember the first one?
Yeah.
How I couldn't let go of of a single
Of a
thing that happened?
Yeah.
Well, there's another thing like that in this one.
Really?
Yeah. So in the first one, they go to the desert and then poof, they're suddenly not in the desert.
Yep.
And I'm like, how do they get out of the desert?
Mm-hmm.
How do they get? Well, in this one, they're in the desert because Aquaman has to break his brother out of
Yep.
out of prison essentially, and they get out there. That's pretty cool because they've had it locked away inland and no access to water at all. Like they give him just enough water to survive.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's sticking bones, big long beard. Looks like hell.
Mm-hmm.
And then they break him out and they're running to the water. And then they get to the water and then it does the I have muscles.
Of course it does.
But then next scene, he has no beard. And he's had a haircut. And I'm going like, where did he stop to get a haircut?
Don't you know? It's called the Hollywood. It's called the Hollywood rule of handsome. It's also caused. It's probably a little bit fat, but also probably a lot. The way they film movies today, they just do so many different versions. They just chop it all together, and then like it doesn't always hang together.
Oh no. Yeah, no, that's every single film. It's why we had a 4-hour Justice League, but only 2.5 hours got released. Like that's
yeah.
Which is annoying because the director goes, "This is the film I want," and they go, "Well, they've got the film that you want, but what do I think we should do is
we should." Oh no, that one was more a certain doofus taking over halfway through.
Oh no, it was, but even if Whedon didn't take over, it still would have had the same thing. Stuff would have been taken out.
Agreed on that.
But yeah, look, Aquaman 2, it's like as far as superhero movies go these days, it's pretty good.
Okay, you're not filling me within a ton of confidence by saying it's pretty good for us.
Look, it's not going to hold a candle to the first one. It's just not. But it's a cliche story. It's predictable, but it's good action. Hardly any Amber Heard. Still a little too much, but
a little too much Amber Heard.
Yeah, but they handled it well.
Okay.
And if anything, the way they get her out of the movie is she gets hurt. So you get to see her get hurt and then not see her for a while.
Just they should just recast that. That's just one of those things they just should have.
Yeah, but like the way they did it, they didn't really need to. And she probably had a contract, to be honest. So, yeah, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was.
Okay. Well, that would probably be the last time we see Jason Momoa in
as the Aquaman.
As the Aquaman, as we like to say.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and there's always talks about one of those being sold. So who knows if James Gunn's film will even see the light of day at this point?
Yeah. Well, let's just hope Disney doesn't buy it.
No, Disney will not buy it.
Well, they're losing too much. They can't afford to buy anything.
They can't afford to buy another studio.
They're about to lose even more money with their next film.
What's the next one?
Well, isn't it flipping Star Wars? They're doing another Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a failure. That's just gonna.
Oh no, like you knew they're gonna be. This is like even more. They're like leaning. They're steering in.
They're steering into failure.
Into failure.
Yeah. Well, is it again? I guess it's very much the digging the hole scenario, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're halfway down. You've got two options: admit you've made a mistake, call up from the pit and ask for help, or you keep digging and hopefully you'll somehow dig your way out of the hole.
Yeah.
But as we all know, like in the Emu Wars. You cannot dig your way out of the hole. You cannot win by being in a hole. You win by scattering in all directions.
Yeah. But you do know from the human point of view, right? Like they did admit failure, and they put it in the hands of people that could make it work, and that was civilians.
What? Civilians are no more than the government? So, Jamie, that is some controversial takes on society, Jamie.
Did I say government or army?
I mean,
no, it was government funded, which meant
the army is basically
taxpayer
the army
funded.
is the government. Let's not pretend it's again.
I'm just stating a fact. Fact check me if you want, but if you tell a civilian in the Great Depression, when it's really hard to put food on the table, hey, you want $25? I think it was $20 or something like that.
Ooh.
Per emu.
Oh.
You could make a full-time job out of that.
Dude, I would be massacring those birds just left, right, and center.
60,000? I think 60,000 in 6 months.
I wonder if the government regretted that pay scheme and then they realized, oh no, like.
No, well, it was like, almost 100 years ago, so slightly different government. Slightly.
But is it?
I said slightly.
Yeah, slightly different government.
Also, technically, it might as well be another country because it was Western Australia.
Western Australia is another country. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I was saying when we were talking to Ryan the other day, it takes 4 hours to fly from Sydney to Western Australia, Perth. It's like, what, 2.5 hours to fly to New Zealand from Sydney?
But again, if we have any listeners from Western Australia, let me just say this. People of the colony, you will mine the materials we need to support that economy, and you will mine them until you cannot mine some more, and then you will birth children who will then mine the materials. The world needs its sustainable lithium, and you will mine our sustainable lithium to fuel our empire. Anyway.
Well, that's what they do. That's all they do.
I'm not. Prove me wrong, Western Australia. Prove me wrong.
They're a mining place.
It is again. We've turned, I would say, almost probably 1/5 of our landmass into just a giant mine.
It came very close to Western Australia being its own colony back in the day. Like, I
can also see why they've tried to secede for a number of years now, because like they're saying, hey,
it is so far away,
and
it may as well be Canada.
It's very much how come people in Sydney are like making rules and laws that apply to people in Western Australia. My thoughts are because we're better than you, but also like, maybe they disagree with that, that sentiment. But then I'm saying that because I'm, on the other side of the shoe. But then I support Catalonia when they say why are we doing all the work and Madrid's getting all the money. So I do say so it's a very difficult. So in that one I am fully Catalonia's independence against Madrid. But in this one I don't want Western Australia's independence because I'm in this case, oh my god, I'm the Madrid in this scenario.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But then we'd have to start trading with them and
Oh no, enriching Western Australia.
I don't know. They're pretty wealthy over there. You're getting paid, dude. Mining, you get paid so much money.
Oh no, like I've known some people that have done some mining, and like they do like 6 months out there, and then and apparently, and I've heard this. I'm not sure how true this is, but it came from a source that I do believe is should be the amount of prostitutes they fly over there. High-end ones, like just because again, once they're off their shift, what are they doing over these young men?
Yeah,
they sitting around going like, I got tons of cash and
nothing
I'm by myself. So apparently, the amount of ladies of the evening,
it is significant. It is a different lifestyle.
Yeah,
100%. Like like I know someone whose brother or cousin or someone drove one of the big dump trucks.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he had to do all day was just drive down, get loaded, drive back, drive down, get loaded, and he'd be on like ridiculous amount of money a year. But it's long hours and shift work and
Yeah.
like 7 days on and then 4 days off and then 6 days on and 3 days off and I don't know. It's high turnover. Couldn't do it forever.
Yeah, I don't know how long you could even do that job for. Like,
it wouldn't be healthy either.
mm,
But this isn't the mining podcast.
yes, it is. Welcome to mining. Welcome to mining. Welcome to the mining podcast.
So far, we've had cooking advice from Chris.
Mm-hmm.
We've had mining.
What do we have any other like weird topics?
I got some weird news for you.
I would love to hear some weird news.
In 1932, the Australian Army declared war on 20,000 emus and lost. It's a part of Australian history that not many know about. Maybe that's because history is written by those who win. So if you want to hear the full story of the Great Emu War of 1932, then check out my book, Letters from the Emu War. Read letters, newspaper articles, and journal entries. With every turn of the page, you will gain a deeper understanding of the life and times of emus at war. So head on over to jabryden.com and grab a signed copy today. But well, before we get into weird news, because we were talking about Disney, have you heard about the latest adding to the public domain?
And I've been reading quite a bit about this because there's some people who think one thing and there's some people that think other things. I'm not sure on which way it sits, but yeah. So Steamboat Willie is in the public domain now.
Yeah. So it's original Mickey Mouse.
But, and this is where it gets complicated, and this is where it might get even trickier. Yes, the copyright has expired.
Yeah.
But the trademark hasn't.
Hmm.
So some people saying you could make something called Steamboat Willie, and use a similar mouse kind of thing. But if you refer to Mickey, apparently you're crossing into trademark infringement.
Yeah.
Which is because that's their registered trademarked mascot.
Yeah.
So there's a horror movie that they showed us a trailer for. I was going, Disney will fight that.
Yeah.
Like the tooth and nail, because you've called it Mickey Mouse. You've called it you've actually physically called it Mickey Mouse. I'm going, that's like, no, the Mickey Mouse is still a trademarked Disney thing.
Yeah.
You've mentioned nothing about Steamboat Willie at all. So, but there's another horror movie that's actually called Steamboat Willie, and it's about a character called Steamboat Willie who's a mouse who's also a psychopathic killer. I'm like going, that one as much as Disney would hate it, is probably going to be allowed to go on, because they're adhering to the trademark rule, the copyright. I'm going, Disney will hate that, but I think that one's got legs. But
sea
what do you
legs,
think? Sea legs. What do you think about the copyright?
Yeah, well, no, look, it makes sense, because they've had the name. They made that cartoon. They took the character. Now the character is the mascot, like you said, and you cannot use that name. I don't think it's more about the character. I think it's about the name.
The name, yeah.
Like you could have like a weird looking rat and say it's Mickey Mouse, but then it's the name that
Mickey Mouse, yeah.
Yeah, but like you said, Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie. That would be complete. I think. From my understanding, you would be okay using Steamboat Willie and using a mouse.
Yep.
But if you're calling it Mickey Mouse, then Disney can rightly say you're causing brand confusion to our trademark. I've actually heard a few legal people talk about this, and they're talking about I don't understand American copyright law too much or American trademark law, but it sounds plausible to say that if they got a trademark on Mickey Mouse, their company mascot, they're probably gonna, and also where it's American justice system, they would sue in the state that's favorable to Disney. Yeah. So, which means that already the law is stacked in their favor. Apparently, that's what you can do. Like this, I'm going, But apparently, that's how you sue in America. You find a state that's favorable to your business, make sure you have some semblance of a company structured there, and then sue in that state.
Yep.
I think a lot more things are going to but this one's going to set the precedent, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this sets precedent on what's going to be, because there's going to be a lot of other Disney properties that will eventually roll off into this field, and a lot of other things will eventually come into the public domain after being like the public domain's been blocked for so many years because people keep like trying to change the laws to stop it. But so going, but how else did you get the Little Mermaid, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Hercules, Aladdin? Because they were all public domain stories. Yeah, that's how you got access to them. Yeah, for free.
And it's how you can do technically Disney-esque movies because there's source material that they stole from to.
Yeah, which is the public, which is in the public domain.
So would all the Brothers Grimm be in the?
Yes. Yeah, and that's why you can make Snow White. Yeah, and that's why you can make Snow White things, and Disney can't sue because they're going, ours is based on the Brothers Grimm tale. Yeah, yours is based. We're not using any of your designs, which is where they get. Which is why that Daily Wire Snow White was didn't go ahead because they said, hey, we're using the public domain Brothers Grimm tales. Yeah. From the 1800s, screw off, and that's why so many people made Hercules films as well because again it's just in the public domain.
Do you remember those years where like there was like all the Hercules movies are coming out,
and they're all shit,
and they're all bad. Yeah,
like what the fuck is wrong with? Okay. Sorry, no, I have to go on a rant on this one. Sorry, you set me off. So the Rock one was the most annoying because he had no powers. He was just telling lies and stories, and it was just like going, well, what's the point of calling? Okay, then call him anything but Hercules. That's stupid. Anyway. Then there was another one which was terrible, which the dude was actually Hercules. And then he was facing off the villain, and this guy, like, prior to the scenes, was shown throwing buildings, like, throwing, like, cows around and throwing, like, big rocks. He goes, I'm gonna fight you, evil bad guy, but I'm gonna do it as a man. And they have a sword fight. I'm going, dude, no. You're Hercules. Punch that dude's chest out in a single blow, blowing out his entire spine. Why are you wasting time going, I'm going to prove I can do this? It's like, I know they want an epic last battle. I know they want that. Yeah, but come on. Like, you would just charge that dude, hit him with the force of all your Herculean might, and turn that dude into red paste. Yeah. It's just...
They should do that. I want to see that. I want to see some build up to, like, some fight. And then just one punch.
well, Jamie, there's an entire anime that you think you'd like. It's called One Punch Man.
One Punch Man? I know. You tried to make me cosplay as him.
Dude, because you look like him. If you shave the beard and wear the costume, you are fucking One Punch Man.
I'm not shaving the beard. That's the problem.
Yeah, but you are One Punch Man, Jamie. And Jamie, what I want you to do from now on is do 10,000 push-ups, 10,000 sit-ups, and run 10,000 miles a day. I want you to do that every single day because that's how he gained his strength.
I don't have time for that, but we'll see. You'll probably do that in a year.
You are One Punch Man, Jamie.
One Punch Man. Yes.
I could, and you know, America steals anime properties all the time to make films of. I'm going, why have you not done One Punch Man? Because it's the most awesome idea ever. Like
they're getting there. They're getting there. Yeah, and going back to Disney before I forget, that movie that Andy Serkis did, Mowgli.
Yep, based upon the original.
Now, he put that into production first, and then Disney went, oh, we're going to do one. Like Disney.
Yeah, because they've got the Jungle Book. His one was based upon the original.
Yeah, on the original, because there was no King Louie in it. Because King Louie is a Disney invention. But that was really good. And like, unlike Disney and their live action movies, the animals had a little bit of expression in their faces.
You mean they weren't just the blank animals that are going like...
Yeah.
No.
So they weren't over the top, but they were done just enough to give you expression.
But you know what it is, though?
What?
I have a huge... Okay, this is... I have nothing to base this on, but I know this is what happened. Jon Favreau showed them the films, and in the audience of Disney executives, with all their Botox faces, they went... That's plenty of expression. Yeah, isn't that tons of expression? Yeah, what emotive faces they have. And so everyone in Hollywood, when they saw that, they went, yeah, that's how our faces move, isn't it? No movement. And it's all because of the Hollywood Botox industry. That is the reason why no one picked it up until real people. So now Andy Serkis from England, which is not that, went, no, faces need to move. Like, you know, so he was more aware of what a person's face looks like because he's from England. Yeah. I full blame Botox on that film's
Hollywood perfection. Because I've never laughed so hard. I never thought, like, if you go back in time, to your younger self, bawling your eyes out when Mufasa dies, and saying one day you are going to laugh at this.
Oh God, no.
That's I let out because I had a free ticket or whatever, and I had to wait around for my car to get fixed or something, and I went to the movies with my nephew, and that scene happened. It's like no, and then it was meow, and it was just so ridiculously funny.
I saw a better version of that scene where there was someone filmed cats, actual cats, and one was hanging off a ledge, and then it was knocking its paw off. Yeah. And then they played the same. Then they did the brother, help me! Long live the king, and the cat fell, and it was perfectly timed. And I was going like, "That's better.
That has more emotion than
that has more emotion."
Disney. Yeah,
but also because that's Tim Curry going, "Long live the king."
It wasn't Tim Curry. It was
Who was it? The original one?
Yeah, no, it wasn't Tim Curry. It was. It was 100%. It wasn't 100%. And
I swear it was Tim Curry.
Kicking in myself that I don't know the name.
Oh, what's his name? He's been in heaps of films. You'd know him for sure. The thing is that when I say it, you'll go, yes, him. I love him, adore him, the actor guy, yes, I just, yes, but I can't think of his... The thing is that you would know him. He's got the hair and the eyes and a bit of a nose and the mouth there, and it's all held together with like a face.
Oh, Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons, that's it, yeah.
Why was I thinking Tim Curry? I've always thought Tim Curry.
Because Tim Curry was very predominant around then as well.
Yeah. But I do love Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
Jeremy Irons does have that voice, doesn't he? He has that. Yeah. He has that
I know that Jeremy Irons, through his voice singing "Be Prepared," that someone else had to finish it off for him.
Oh, really?
But you don't notice it.
Oh, his son's an actor. Oh, his son's name is Max Irons.
What a name!
Actually, it's Maximilian.
Is he an actor?
Yeah, Maximilian Paul Drymond Irons. Max Irons. You'll recognize the face. As soon as you see it, you'll recognize the face.
So, yeah, look, I was Googling...
I did not know
Jeremy
until
Irons.
I just Googled it, and I was going, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the voice, though, yet. Maybe as he gets older.
I'll Google him in a second, but just back to Jeremy Irons throwing his voice out. Jim Cummings had to take over.
Okay.
Jim Cummings is like, he does all the voices. Like, he took over Winnie the Pooh. He took and you can't tell any different. Like
a good voice actor could do. Yeah. A good voice actor is worth there.
Max Irons. What does he iron?
Whatever he irons, it's on Max.
Oh wow, he's only a year young. Oh, he's your age. Be a year younger than me.
That's depressing.
Dude, we're at the solid age right now. We're at the...
Sure, why not?
We are men.
We are men. With our awesome toy collection and our awesome action figures.
Yes. Have you seen that latest Babylon Bee one about...
Dude, I laughed.
38 year.
I laughed so hard when you posted that because I was looking at those things going, I want all those things, and I actually have a lot of those things. I'm actually looking at it where it's like, what is it, like a 35-year-old Christmas haul is almost identical to a 9-year-old's.
Yes.
But all those things, I was like going, I want those things. I have a lot of those things as well. I was like, I have that. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I've got that.
All right, I'm going to bring it up. 35-year-old man's Christmas haul, indistinguishable from 9-year-old boys.
Yep.
And it's got Dungeons and Dragons, Bedlam in Neverwinter, Star Wars Armada.
Yep, I actually have that.
So it's a tactical.
Yeah, tactical war game.
D&D Player's Handbook, Lord of the Rings.
Magic the Gathering, yep.
Mandalorian helmet. It's a baseball.
It's a baseball bobblehead. Yep.
Oh, yeah, and it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's Mexican
baseball player.
And I'm guessing There's a thing to the right. It looks like a holster or something. It could be part of Mandalorian holster. Or some sort
Now
of bag.
that photo looks oddly suspicious to one of their like. Did they take that
I
themselves?
I reckon that would have been what's his name? Kyle Mann, editor in chief.
Because like that doesn't look like
names.
that just looks like they've got the picture of someone's stuff.
No, 100%. It would be them because I've listened to a few. Like they don't podcast as much as they used to because they're more into making shorts and funny videos and all that stuff.
Yep.
But it from all the years I've listened to their podcast, it just sounds like one of their halls.
Yeah.
Like they have a guy called Travis, and he used to do all the time Travis's Game Corner.
Okay,
so he just sit there for 5 minutes and talking about.
Yeah, then there's so much
and...
like there's that's I mean everything in there is my jam, so I'm just like going like I want all of those items.
Yes, but it was very, very accurate.
Oh no, it is. It is unclear at this point whether the gifts were intended for the middle-aged father of 3 or for one of his sons.
Yes. Hey, it just means men are easier to buy for.
We are so easy to buy for, and yet we still get shitty gifts from our significant others and friends. Like it's insane.
Well, no. This year I genuinely, because I usually get the same stuff, and it's just like, oh yeah. But this year I got a JB Hi-Fi voucher.
So, no, that's smart.
And I'm going
that's good.
That's smart because you haven't bought me a gift. You've bought me a option to purchase a gift.
Yeah, I got an Amazon gift card, which I was like going, exactly. This is good, solid.
Yes.
That's a good idea because then I can, buy what I need because you'll screw it up, whatever you want.
Yeah. And look, because I used to hate vouchers back in the day. I'm going, this is ridiculous. It's too, impersonal, but it's better. I prefer a voucher than cash. Because cash to me feels like, hey, I forgot to get you a present. Here's $20. Yeah,
here's the cash from my wallet. But you know what's cool? The Amazon gift cards actually come in a little star. You open the star up and there's the special gift card inside. So it's actually it's like ooh. So it's actually like a little bit more fancy than the JB Hi-Fi one, which is on a rack. There's actually a special tin box for them.
And you can get. I love how you can put messages on them too and stuff like that. Because I got it's my brother-in-law's birthday soon, and I got him like a movie voucher, and on it, it said, "What message did you want?" And I just wrote "Eagle."
Oh, nice.
So that'll be his message. Now, I've got an article from 2022, so 2 years ago, but I think it might be right up your alley, Chris. You might just love this. Have you heard of Stephanie Matto?
Stephanie Matto.
Okay, so she's like an model, influencer. Okay. Influencer, YouTuber, author, and former star of TLC's 90 Day Fiancé. Right?
Okay. I'm just Googling her now.
This is the headline.
She looks like one of all of those things. I agree.
Okay, so she she ended up in hospital after eating too many beans to sell her farts.
Oh, she's one of those internet people. I see.
Okay, so for 2 months she spent her days farting into glass jars with flower petals adorning the inside and shipping them to fans. Remarkably, she was making $50,000 a week in December through fart sales alone, and eventually sold more than $200,000 worth of farts worldwide.
So I'm interested in this one for 2 reasons. One, I would have thought that the bathwater sales would have been easier to do than just. But I guess that's been done before. So obviously she's trying something. She's obviously bathwater sales are for some creepy people. But obviously her fans are even darker and more creepier than like the Bella Delphine fans. So I was like, okay, fair enough. Okay, continue with the story.
No, well, I'm just trying to figure out how she obviously ate too much. Okay, so after she received a fan request, Oh, so this
was a fan request. Okay.
Well, no, so that's what kicked it off. So she received a fan request for a fart for about $1,000. I'll pay you $1,000 for your fart, essentially. She began, so that's what kicked it off. She began regularly satisfying these requests and even offering discounts during the holiday season.
That's nice.
At one point, she sold 97 jars over 2 days.
Ah.
I wonder if you know how like perfume is made and all that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be easier just to fart and kind of see if you could recreate that, and then she goes the fart line? No, it wouldn't work.
Not
the
the
same.
No, no.
Yeah, so she couldn't keep up with the demand.
Well, yeah, because like
She almost exclusively ate beans, eggs, and protein muffins.
oh,
One day she had 3 protein shakes and a large bowl of black bean soup merely to produce the gas she needed. Oh, and there's a photo of her in hospital.
you see, I don't know. Here's the thing: the market will always provide in capitalism,
Yes.
and if there are people willing to pay, like again, and I know that people out there and say those men should spend their money on like saving the poor. Let's be honest, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. If this is what they want to spend their hard-earned money on, who are we to say that they should not be able to own parts from this, I would say, maybe, I don't know, what do you think? 5 out of 10 on the scale, maybe, I think a solid 5.
Clearly, she should have sold them for a higher price to cut back on demand.
Yeah, so...
because here's the thing, Chris, like, let's say there is a new TV, right? A new TV comes out and it is got everything you want. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's scratch and sniff or Bluetooth or whatever the hip thing is. It comes with a...
Wow, Bluetooth. You're an old dude.
I'm working up to it. It comes with... I've been watching Scrubs, all right? No, it was Big Bang Theory when they're like going, oh, we should put Bluetooth in this. Everyone has Bluetooth. It comes with a device that turns off Kathleen Kennedy interviews or whatever, right? But making the TV is putting their workers in hospital. It's like like to the point where you're not going to be able to get them anymore. Like, shouldn't you cut back? Like, what point does the health of the company outweigh the needs of the people?
Well, if you prescribe to what I like to call the Mike Baxter theory of capitalism with conscience, then obviously, yes, you should care for the workers that make you the money, and potentially, yes, increase the price of the item to move into more of a luxury good item. But I would argue $1,000 a jar is a luxury good. Like, that's buying iPhone money. Like, that's buying that's iPhone money.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, she could afford to pay for her own medical bills, right? After making $200,000. But then it's like Red Dead Redemption when you rob a train and then you get caught and you have to pay off your bounty and you've really just made no money because you've had to pay. It equals out to your bounty.
See, that's the thing that's what I hate about those games. If you want to do crime, you can't do a little crime. You got to go all ham because you have to make you have to make so much money.
Yeah.
That the fine and the paying off the bounty is worthwhile, or else like going like, well, I might as well just die then at that point. So it's like it's the crimes, and so that's the thing. If I want to do a small like stick up robbery, the bounties get like I've lost money at that point.
Yeah.
So the game is forcing me to act on such a large scale of global terrorism to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, but it also has a really cool system. Like, because look, basically at all times you have to avoid the law. The townspeople don't know who you are. But if you, it's the whole. Remember the video of the dude that robbed a convenience store after they caught him casing it out? Like, he was outside and he was looking inside, and then he put a mask on, but like the camera caught his face, and they recognized the clothes he was wearing.
Yeah,
it's that sort of thing. Like, so you can go into town, and if you've already been there, walked around, and then go in and rob the place, they know who you are. But if you go in, different horse, different costume, they won't recognize you. You can rob it, and then you can run off. But then if you come back, they recognize you. So it's kind of like you got to keep switching your close.
Although having said that, that won't work if you did that's what I'm saying. There should be a game called like GTA Seoul, South Korea, and just every crime you do, just immediately you're arrested for because of the amount of cameras. Like, and even if you change clothes, because they've got cameras where you're they can just constantly track you and follow you to the point is like going. There's no GTA Seoul, South Korea.
You'd have to leave Seoul.
You leave,
change your appearance, come in.
Because I was watching a video of this online. Someone saying like there was a criminal who stole like this bag, like stole a bunch of bags.
Yeah.
Went to a place, changed costumes like 4 times, and they still picked him up because they could still had enough
they
footage.
Had cameras in the change room.
They still could track exact where he was. So so they're going like, I was like, that's why you leave things out on this. That's why if you go to a cafe, you can leave your laptop and keys there and walk off. And no one's going to touch. No one's going to steal them. Yeah. I mean, GTA is already like that. You do one crime and like no one's around to see it, but it's like stars.
Yeah. Well, someone tested like did a GTA test. They went through some of the games and went, if you're attacked in front of a police officer, what do they do?
Mm-hmm.
And like I think some of the games they actually intervene. Like you obviously rough someone up down the street, then you run up.
Yeah.
Near a cop, and then the person comes up and attacks you, and then the cop takes out that person.
Oh, nice.
Like that, yeah.
But you know what I hate about Red Dead?
You're gonna tell me.
So I've actually installed it again. I haven't started playing again. I've been playing FIFA because I'm just, sorry. Let me go on a quick rant on FC24 before I go back. So FC24. So I played as Girona mid-table team, right? I got them into the Champions League. I got them. I managed to because FIFA's dumb, and I know they're dumb. So I took 82 rated Gavi from Barcelona because he wasn't starting and got him to go to my team. I was saying that would never happen because he's the golden boy, the 19-year-old at an 84 rated. Like there's no way Barca would ever sell that player. But FIFA's like going, oh, he's not starting, so yeah, I'll take that kind of money. I was like going, no FIFA, you're dumb. Anyway, so I signed on to a big contract, locked him in, and then I also put like a release clause of $220 million on him. So he's like going, you can't, no one's buying. So yeah. So I won the Spanish Cup that year, and I think I came second in the league because I didn't have enough players because obviously it was still a pretty shit squad. So yeah. Next year they said, hey, you did so well, blah blah blah. So you made all the goals. So I was like, cool. And next year the goals came out and said, we want you to have $390 million in sales of players. I'm going, huh? We want you to win the league, huh? Win the cup, huh? Get to the semifinals of the Champions League. I was going, how am I meant to sell all my top players and achieve all these goals? And then now I won the league, one thing. I'm probably gonna win the thing, and I probably have to find a new club next year because of I didn't meet their sales target. I'm going, that is so stupid.
Yeah.
That they're going, so this manager has now won the Super Cup, La Liga, Spanish Cup, and Champions League. Let's fire him because he didn't sell all the players. I'm just like going, God. And also I was looking at my roster. I don't have $390 million worth of players on the roster, let alone enough to... Anyway, so beside the point, that ran sign. What I hate about in
Red
Dead is I see someone and they've got a nice, I'm assuming they've got nice stuff. So I decide I'm going to rob them.
And they give you 5 cents.
I look around. No one's around. So I shoot the person. And then all of a sudden it goes, oh, I saw it. The random dude goes, I saw it. Yeah, you did it. I'm going, I checked for you. I checked the area to make sure that I could. Then they just pop in. That's bullshit. And it's unrealistic. What do you think, Jamie?
Well, that hasn't really happened to me. It's just I haven't really had a good enough look.
I went about a kilometer around to make sure that I was clear when I do my crimes.
It's always,
I make sure my crimes are committable.
Yeah, but the game's always updating and always doing this and doing that. Look, because I've finished it for the third time. Now I'm just roaming around as John Marsden. I figured out the trick that you can do, how you can get all of Arthur's money, which is really cool.
Oh, you put them in the safe? Is that the one?
Yeah, the pig farmers?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, before the last mission of Arthur.
Yep.
So last mission of chapter 6, you go to the pig farmer place.
Yep.
Where they all go, come in, we'll get a drink, yeah. And then they basically
rob you,
get you sloshed, rob you, stick all your stuff behind a big picture, which you see as you're passing out, so you know where it is.
Yeah.
And then you end up in a ditch. Now, the game usually says, hey, go back, kill them, and get your money back plus a little bit more. Or you don't go back. Finish the game, come back as John, all your money's there.
Oh.
So it's a pretty cool...
All your stuff or all your money? Both?
No, just money. Like, because the only thing John doesn't get from Arthur is, like, gold bars, all the items, weird stuff
like that.
He gets
everything else.
He doesn't get the horses, obviously. But he gets all the guns, all the satchels, and all that stuff. But doesn't get your money ever.
Oh,
but this is the trick, and it works.
Interesting. So
I've finished right, and basically, what I love about this game is you can actually live a life like a normal person.
That's cool.
You can walk around, and you could spend your entire life on the farm, or on the ranch. Sorry, milking the cows, cleaning up the poop, doing all your chores, and then you collect the eggs and you collect the milk and you sell them. And you know how much you get for a day's work?
How much?
$8.
Ooh, $8.
But then, you know what you can do?
What?
Go for a hunt, kill 2 deer, good deer, and then get like $20. I mean, why is this going to do it on a ranch? Because you can just go out hunting and make a killing.
Because you have to use a bow to get the good killing nature.
No, I'd rifle.
I thought rifles damage the pelts too much.
No, it depends on what you're killing.
Oh,
because they're intricate. So small animals, you got to use a bow with a small arrow, like or the varmint rifle for most birds. Right. But any rifle, you can just go around and just go kill a deer.
Well, maybe I used a too big a caliber because I destroyed one of my pelts because I used what amounts to a small hand cannon.
Yeah. Did you shoot a deer with a pistol?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's what you can't do.
Not any pistol. Like the cool, like one shot, like hand cannon.
Oh, the what are they called?
My weapon of choice.
Oh, yeah. No. It's the most powerful pistol. But
yeah.
And it
had black and it was golden layers. A beautiful design. I love that one.
It's not as annoying as the revolvers because you're like bang in the middle of a fight and then you're like got a load, and you're getting shot in the head.
I love that gun. Yeah. And I killed a deer. I saw a buck riding on the road. I was like, that was a massive one. I was like, yes. Yeah. And then no, apparently I'm out. Yeah.
But there's this really cool mission that I did the other night that I'd done before, but I didn't realize you could do this. Like in Valentine, the prostitute that calls you up. Like if you go through there at night, she goes, "Can you help me, Mister? I killed this guy. Can you help me hide the body and all that stuff?" And if you help her, you lose honor, obviously. But you can actually go in there, hog tie her, take her up to the sheriff, and go, "She just killed someone," and then you get paid.
Oh,
yeah. There's like three different ways. 3 different ways you can do it. You can bring the body in there.
Would that be something Arthur Morgan would do though?
Well, look, you know how in Ghost of Tsushima, right? How the game wants you to play a certain way.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you can be a samurai all you want, but you're going to guess that mission, you got to be a ninja.
You can be Batman. Don't you want to be Batman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
basically.
Arthur Morgan is that.
Oh.
They want you to be honorable.
But but the entire cutscene says otherwise of who Arthur Morgan is.
Yes, but it's called Red Dead Redemption.
Right.
So it's kind of... I like to play it this way. I go around wreaking as much havoc as I want. Right? And then I get to chapter 6. And then as per the story, I'm going to be a better man. And just like the Catholic Church, the honor system works exactly the same like this. Hear me out. Okay, look,
okay.
You can go murder like a train full of people, right?
Yep.
But if you say enough hellos to people, aka Hail Marys,
because I'm assuming some of them are called Mary.
Yeah.
Arthur Morgan's, love interest is Mary. Just saying.
Just saying.
Your honor goes up if you say hi to enough people.
Oh.
Your honor goes up if you catch a fish and set it free.
Oh.
Your honor goes up if you do your chores.
Oh.
Like it's a weighted system.
So I'm about to do a replay. I'm about to do a playthrough. It's been a while since I've done that game. I don't think my PS4 save went across my PS4. I'll double check. Hopefully it did, but probably not. If okay, I'll start again. All good. I can start fresh.
Perfect game to start again.
Yeah, and so you're saying I can kill as many people as long as I walk past people and be like, howdy.
Yeah, every third person you say hello to, you get a little honor perk, and occasionally, it takes a lot longer for your honor to go up than it is to go down.
Look, as long as I can kill people, get their money, take their things, and be the government, I'll be fine.
Yeah, but then, like you said, you go and say hi to them. Hello.
Yeah,
hi.
again, the government. As long as they do a little bit good to us, we go, they're good. Yeah. They're good people. Yeah. They're good people.
Yeah. It is funny. But yeah, apparently you can, rob a train, then shoot them all, and then loot them, and you get more. But your honor instantly just goes all the way down.
What do you get for honor? What is it? What's the perk you get for honor?
Okay, so shop prices are cheaper.
Who cares about that?
I'll
have enough blood money on that one.
You get clothes that you can't get.
Yeah, but I always want to wear. The black hat's cool though. I want to be a black hat. Yes, you can be the.
No, well, you can get the. I just found it the other day. Who's the famous the Clint Eastwood? There's a Clint Eastwood type of hat behind a waterfall somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So that's cool. But apparently everyone makes fun of you at camp if you wear it. Like, look at you, Clint Eastwood. Man, the detail in this game is so insane.
Yeah, and that's why I think everyone's excited about GTA 6, but apparently that's not now this year. It's actually next year.
2025, I think.
Yeah, it's like, my God, we're going to see that game.
But look, I'm not going to rush out to play it, honestly, because I've got too fond of thoughts of GTA 5. And look, the GTA games aren't as in-depth as Red Dead.
No, this one seems like a...
You can't play GTA and be a nice little citizen.
No, you have to be like a thug.
Yeah. I mean, the best you can do is drive around and obey the traffic lights and,
Oh, but having said that, GTA 5 was made before Red Dead, so maybe they'll take... They probably will take what they learned in Red Dead into GTA 6.
Yeah.
Which means you might actually be able to, work as a store clerk or something.
But they're all good. They're all good with Easter eggs and that too, because they've got on. I think it was GTA 5. There's Arthur's Trail. And GTA 5 came out before.
Oh.
Red Dead Redemption 2, so they probably putting little Easter eggs in.
Although Arthur was still mentioned, I think he was mentioned in Red Dead Red 1 because he was part of the gang, so that was probably more so Well,
they're probably thinking about thinking ahead. I mean, come on.
I still love Red Dead 1. I think just because of the end.
Oh, it's an outlaw's end.
Yeah, but then you get to be his son.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then, as you do, you go find all the people that betrayed your father and kill them.
Yeah.
And I know you. And what I like to do because there was that kind of guy is they go tell me where and they tell you, and then that's the option to let them live, and then I would tie them up and then leave them somewhere to die, or drown, or sometimes just straight out shoot them in the face. Either one of those options was always fun. But anyway, again, because I try to be the best part about those games is you can be an asshole because you have to be good in your normal life. You can cut loose.
Yeah, well, like I said, if you have multiple horses and multiple clothes, you can be two different people.
Okay.
But don't forget to go and get the Viking helmet on this playthrough, Chris.
Okay.
There's a Viking. And there's a pirate. There's a pirate hat.
Okay. That one sounds interesting. All right,
pirate sword. You can actually have a pirate sword. Plenty of cool stuff around there. Look, before we wrap up, we got to do this because it's IGN.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for?
Oh.
Are you ready for another round of correcting IGN?
That I am, sir.
So it's 2024, right?
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't dive into 2024 without first talking about 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So these are everything that IGN gave a 10 in 2023.
Oh, okay.
And I think we've got a lot to talk about. I haven't seen some of these things, so maybe you have, maybe you've heard horrible things about them. But the first on the list is something called Scavenger's Reign. I'm going to click on review because I don't even know what this is. Okay, so it's an anime. All right. Well, let's assume they're wrong and move on. Attack on Titan series finale on Crunchyroll.
Mm-hmm. That was wonderfully depressing, and it made so many people angry.
Really? Really?
Yeah. But like,
so most people would disagree with them.
but that's kind of the point of the series. Like, if you thought that you're going to like, if you thought the Attack on Titan was going towards a good ending and like going to be work out happily, you missed the entire purpose of the show. And like everything with good Japanese storyteller, everything is cyclical in the sense of the story.
Yep.
And so the whole thing is basically like going, regardless of you trying to change the destiny of the world, you can't. The cycle will just start again, and it's just going to go. And so yes, I actually would agree that's good.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. On Netflix, I'm assuming this is a movie. It is called The Fall of the House of Usher.
I've heard of it, not seen it.
So it's a reimagining of something of Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes, and because look, anytime you're saying you're doing anything Edgar Allan Poe, people will like it because it's Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
Which again,
yeah.
I've not seen it. I've heard it. It's like if you like that kind of thing, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fault them for liking that because apparently it was very like.
Well, look, if we don't know, we don't know.
It's really funny.
What?
This will make me sound stupid, but I'm willing to share this. I didn't watch that at first because when it said the House of Usher, I was like, I hate Usher. I hate rap music. I'm not going to sing this. So I was like, and then I realized it was not. But then
it wasn't Usher.
But I'm too stubborn. I've said I'm not going to watch it, and I'm going to not stick to that because
until they change the name.
Until they change the name.
I'm sure that's not the first time it's happened.
I know, but I was like, I don't care. Okay. I don't care enough about Usher to watch about a House of Usher.
Yeah. Have you heard of a show called The Bear?
No.
No. All right. Well, so it says The Bear season 2. I haven't even heard about it.
No.
Vinland Saga season 2.
Another good anime. Probably one of the best historical accurate. Okay, no, it's an anime. It's not historical accurately. Well, but like
one of the best anime accurate.
But what it does very well is the outfits of the Viking era. So everyone's wearing chainmail, everyone's wearing the proper helmets, everyone's using actually proper weaponry. The fight scenes are complete anime, so they're all nuts and like one, there's a dude that can throw logs as siege weapons. He's that strong, one-handed. He can throw these like giant like freaking logs as a spear. So yes, it's got all the anime you'd expect, but the costuming and the setting in terms of how it would be actually to live in like this era is very accurate to what the Vikings were, where they have the Jomsvikings, Vikings, they have the different clans, and so yes, it's much more accurate than say the history TV show The Vikings is in terms of the Vikings.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Japan did Western history better than Western history people.
Yeah, well, Japan isn't trying to actively rewrite Western.
No, that's true. Because one of the biggest parts of this series is slavery, and it's because the main character is a slave.
Yeah.
Thorfinn's a slave. They killed his father, took him as a slave. They realized he could fight, and so they had to motivate him. And the way the main character motivates the slave is like yours. You want to revenge against your father? Yeah? Okay, do this mission. Be successful, and then I'll fight you one-on-one. And so they did that. They beat him. Said, okay. So for the next like 15 years of this kid's life, he's fighting for them just for the chance to fight him to revenge his father. It's actually a really interesting, and like it's weird because it's like because the guy could have just killed him anytime, but he's like somewhat being a father figure to this kid, but then there's its own motivation, and the kid's learned how to fight from him, and he's basically raised this kid, but the kid's constant goal is to kill this guy. It's actually a really interesting, well told story. So I agree. I'll agree with that one.
Yeah. And the next two are virtually the same thing. Apparently, they have an obsession with Succession. Yeah. Well, because one's the premiere episode, and then the next one's the whole season 4.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. No, don't care. Don't care.
Just no.
Yeah. It's a show. It's a show for like rich white people to watch. So I guess that's why they like it.
Yeah, well, you're a rich white person, aren't you?
Shut up.
No, the correct answer is no. You have a son.
That's true. I was a rich white person. That's right.
Who eats more than you. Second last one is Attack on Titan, the final season.
Okay, why are they? Okay, okay, it's fine. Yeah, it's a good season. Wonderfully depressing. Okay, but actually, no, you're not. No, I disagree because they drew it out too long.
All right.
Where it ends in the manga and what they did in the anime was the definition of like going, oh shit, this series is so popular. How do we take this 1 or 2 pages of a manga and turn it into 4 episodes? And so they kind of, they again. So I recant my my ranking of that one and say no, they drew that shit out too long.
All right, okay. Now you're ready for the most triggering one.
Okay.
That we will both wholeheartedly disagree. The most. And it has been so long since we watched this, so The Last of Us, episode 3.
Come on.
Remember the episode that kind of just like did nothing for the whole series?
Nothing. Okay, you have a limited number of episodes.
Yeah.
What was the point of that?
Well, we know what the point was, but I'm not taking away from.
I'm not taking away from again
the performance
perfectly. And I'll even say this: it's actually a wonderful. Like, if they made a movie about a post-apocalyptic world, and that was the movie, I'd actually say that's a good. Like, I'll be like, yeah,
well written.
What a well-written, lovely story, a tale of hope. Why are you putting a tale of hope in The Last of Us? Well, there's no business. That has no business being. So, again. If that's what you want to make, go make your movie. I will go see that movie because again, a well-acted film, well-acted great story. Again, I'm not faulting any of that. I'm just saying the placement in. It
was just pointless. Yeah, and again, look, like Nick Offerman was a perfect. When I found out Nick Offerman was Bill, I was just like, yes, perfect casting. Out of that whole series, he was the perfect casting.
Yep.
But it took away because they basically handed Joel the keys.
Yeah, I didn't like
Here's the keys just so they could tell a love story in the middle of, a limited episode series.
And they cut so many scenes out that... So,
like, we missed out on banter with the Ellie and Bill banter.
We missed out on... Again, and... there's so much...
Which I don't get. This is what I don't get. Okay, so the creator of the game was heavily involved with this.
But he's now a complete
I know that,
psychopath.
But like... You had something that was groundbreaking that worked so well that everybody absolutely loved, and you have a chance at bringing it to even more to life, and you're like, okay, let's change everything. It's just like,
Yeah, I know, but
it was wasted.
Wasted. Agreed.
Wasted. Look, I maintain I was interested the first 2 episodes because a lot of the scenes were exactly straight from the game.
They're beautifully done.
Beautifully.
And I like the casting of the Firefly, the girl who's the rebel actress. I thought she was an excellent casting because like she
Tess.
looks exactly like no, not Tess, the other one.
The other one?
Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
mean
I
the
think
the
she,
actual
again.
actress from the game.
I think she. I mean, that is attention to detail and casting to make sure you cast someone that looks, sounds, and also portrays that character very well.
Yeah. Yeah, but that aside, I did love Tess as well. Like she was perfectly cast, and
I actually did enjoy. Again, who doesn't love a good Pedro Pascal? So I mean,
no, look, and it's clear. Like he's
very well.
He had a very successul year with Mandalorian and
Mandalorian season 2, and then this. So he was the height of his powers.
Yeah. I saw a video, an interview with him talking about how he got cast for The Last of Us. He didn't know about the game at all when he got cast or anything like that, and he was on the phone with his sister, and his nephews were in earshot. He's like, "Oh yeah, I just got auditioning or just got offered this role for some video game," and the kid's like, "What is it?" And then he's like, "Oh, The Last one." Like, The Last of Us. Like his nephews were super. So look, I'm happy for him that like his nephews were like so pumped that he was going to be in it. But yeah, look, it was just to be honest, I'm not going to watch season 2, even though one of our favorite people is going to be in it. Do you know who they cast? Do you know who they cast in season 2?
Who?
Who did we want to play Ellie, but was too old?
Oh, don't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
The girl from Last Man Standing, the young one. Is it Evie? Is it Evie?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. Which she would have been the perfect Ellie, but she's too old.
She's too
But now she's going to play that Abby chick.
You know what? I didn't play the game, and I still stand by my decision.
Yeah, no, look, I'd back it up. Like I said, look, great idea, poor execution. That's all I can say. Again,
Didn't think it needed a game. Didn't think it needed a sequel. So I stand by my decision not to play the game.
But we live in a world where things make money. They got to make more, and then slowly make less money than the previous one.
I know.
And then slowly make less, and then dig deeper.
I'm full again. I know. I love capitalism. I love a good franchise. I love seeing things milked to the point of absolute extinction. Yeah. I'm not a fan. I am a fan of capitalism. No. But then there are some. But with everything capitalistic about society, there are some things that you should hold sacred. Yeah. And look. Who said it? Or who pioneered this sentiment? I call it the Jerry Seinfeld. Know when to finish. Yep.
Because I heard him say like he got offered a lot to do another season, and he was just like, no.
Yep.
You've got to end on a high. And this is something that the British take way too seriously. You know,
built into the film industry, like with their 10 episodes, 6 seasons.
Yeah, that's it. Man, the IT crowd must have felt like a lifetime to them. You know.
They were their 3-episode seasons,
I think IT crowd was 5 seasons, I think, but it was 10. I can't remember how many episodes there were of the IT crowd, but it went longer than most British thing does. You're gonna look it up right now. How many episodes? Oh, 25 episodes.
Ooh, that's a long-running British TV series.
Yeah, a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
But then it says 2006 to 2013. 25 episodes.
No.
Great show, though. Great show. Well, thank you guys for listening for the first episode of 2024. We've got a lot more coming this year.
Probably. By the sheer statistics of it, there'll be more coming.
Yes, well, you people keep downloading. We've been off for a few weeks, and you downloaded way too many than... I haven't even been posting reels or anything like that. So somehow you found us. Thanks for listening. If you want to reach out, thetrueandthefictional@gmail.com. Check out our Instagram, stories_podcasts. But before I let us go, I do have a thought.
Go for it.
A wonderful thought. Chris, tell me, you know the world of Toy Story very well, yes?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I want you to think about this, right? one of the toys could die and Andy wouldn't know, meaning the other toys would watch in horror as Andy forces them to play with a corpse. Happy 2024, guys.
Happy 2024.
We'll catch you next time.